Operation Winter Soldier. This is Panzer George, Japan, Turn 1. We are playing BBR 7.3. So for production, we have 29 IPCs. We're going to buy 1 tech at 4, 6 infantry, and 1 transport, which is for a total of 29. So we are at war with China. So just trying to make sure we've got everything in the frame there. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be attacking these areas with the white ships. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to send in 3 infantry and 2 artillery into Anhui. This mech and the Fukien I've already got on the battle board. It's 2 infantry and an artillery. So we're going to be sending in that mech, and then from Japan, these 2 transports are coming down. They have 3 movement left, and they'll be sending in 4 infantry, so that's on the battle board as well. In addition, we'll be sending from Taiwan 1, 2, 3, a fighter with 1 movement left, and then these 2 units, 1, 2, a fighter and a tactical bomber, and also from an Okinawa 1, 2, 3, so they'll have 2 movement left. So that's another fighter. And then to attack Hunan, we'll be sending in 4 infantry and an artillery. To attack Shanxi, 4 infantry and an artillery from Shanxi. And the fighters, 1 tactical and 1 fighter pair is coming from Manchuria, 1, 2, 3. So that leaves 1 movement left for those fighter and tactical pair. And the same thing, we're attacking, supporting the attack on Honan with 1 infantry, or sorry, 1 fighter and 1 tactical pair. And just give me 2 seconds. And also, we've got from Japan, we have 2 tacticals. So they're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to attack Anhui. And the same thing with this fighter, 2 fighters as well, attacking Anhui. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. And we have 1 movement left. Okay, so let's start with the attack in Honan. I have 1 tactical and 3 fighters coming in, and there's AA fire as well. So here it is lined up on the board. So I've got 4 paratroopers, 2 infantry, and 1 artillery on land support, plus, oh, the mech. Hold on, I said I was in there, and I haven't put it on. Give me 2 seconds. So there's the mech coming in, and against that there are 3 Chinese infantry, 1 cavalry, and 1 AA. So I'm going to roll for the AA first. Two hits on the AA, so that's 2 fighters gone. Now we do the land combat. So I've got 1 tactical, 1 fighter, an infantry and an artillery, or a mech and an artillery, and I've got 6 unsupported infantry. So I'm going to roll all those at the same time. And I get a total of 4 hits. So that would be the AA, the cavalry, and 2 infantry. So they get to fire back. So that's 3 infantry and 1 cavalry. So far nothing. I'm re-rolling 1. Whoops. And that's a miss. So far 4 hits for the Japanese, and now we do the combat again. So this time I have 1 fighter, 1 tactical, paired, plus 6 unsupported. Roll all those together. And all I needed was 1 hit, so they're gone. They get to fire back. And they miss. So that's the battle for Honan. We'll do the battle for Shensi. We've got 1 infantry. We've got a tactical. And a fighter. So we're going to roll that. So tactical, fighter, and infantry, artillery paired. And then 3 infantry. I just need 1 hit. And I just get the 1 hit, but that's all that counts. They get to fire back, and they miss. In Honan, we have 2 Chinese infantry. And we have 2 Chinese infantry, and we have a tactical, a fighter, infantry, artillery paired, and 3 infantry unsupported. Tactical, fighter, infantry, artillery, and 3 unsupported. We get 1 hit. Boy, not very impressive. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes. So 7. So they get to fire back. And they miss. So I get to fire again. We have 1 left. And they're dead. I'm sorry, they should have got 2 rolls. So let me roll 1 more. And they missed. Okay, now they get the 1 roll. And they miss. Okay, so they're gone. They had lots of chances, but they're gone. The last one is Anhui. We have 2 Chinese infantry. Coming in, I have 5 Japanese. Two fighters, 2 tacticals, 2 artillery. Okay, so we have 2 tacticals, 2 fighters. We have 2 infantry paired with 2 artillery. And we have 3 others. And I have to get 2 hits. So I get the 2 hits. I get to fire back. So that concludes the combat. So now we're going to land our fighters. So I have the bombers. So Fukien is where we're going to put everything. I'll put these units that attacked Anhui into Kiangsu. With the two fighters. And then these can land in from the ones that attacked Honan can land in Shangtung, or they can go in Kiangsu as well. Let's do that. Just going to tidy up here a little bit. The ones that attacked Shanxi have one movement, so they're going to go to Shanxi. Putting some markers down. Okay, let's do some non-combat move now that all the fighters have been landed. Okay, the ones in Jahol will move into Shanxi. The mech from Manchuria will go to Shanxi. Over here, this the Caroline Islands, the transport that's in the Caroline will go to Japan. The transport that's off Palau will pick up this infantry off Palau and go 1, 2, 3 and pick up the infantry in Taiwan and move them both to Fukien. So they asked to stay there. The other, the transport in Japan, I have two transports in. I have one transport in Japan because I just moved that one up. So he'll take a tank and an infantry and move over to Okinawa Sea Zone. He'll go down actually, and we'll put them in Fukien as well. And then I've got one transport in P-22. He'll go up here. First, he'll take this artillery. He can go one up here and take an artillery and an infantry, and then come back down and land them in Fukien as well. And now that I think about it, instead of a tank, I'll be putting in another artillery instead of a tank into Fukien. I'm going to move two infantry down to Jahol. I'm going to move 3 up from Korea and also move my Korean fighter into Manchuria. And I'm going to be moving down the battleship down to Hainan along with the destroyer submarine battleship. debating on this team. Just give me a minute. From Japan, I'm going to be moving these destroyers down into off Taiwan, the cruiser down. One, two, three. I'm going to be sending the 2 carriers with the aircraft. Along with the battleship. And I'll send the submarine as well. There's a port. Yeah, there's no port right now. So I'll send the 2 submarines. I've got a lone cruiser here. The cruiser is going to go to Taiwan. Anything else? Give me 2 seconds. Okay, I've got a transport there. So I'm going to leave 1 destroyer with that transport. Give me 1 second. Just in case you get cute, I'm going to leave. No, I think that's good. I've got two cruisers and a destroyer protecting them. That should be enough. Okay, so I finished my placement, or I finished my landings, non-combat. Now I'm going to do my placement. So I'm going to place 6 infantry in Japan and a transport in the sea zone. I'm going to put this fighter instead. He's going to go in Japan. Okay, so then let's do our disposition of forces. So off in P-39, I've got 2 submarines, 2 battleships, 1 destroyer, 2 carriers, and on each carrier I've got a fighter and a tactical. Off the Caroline Islands, I've got a carrier, a fighter, a tactical, and a destroyer. On the Caroline Islands, I've got 2 infantry and an AA. In P-30, I've got 2 cruisers, a destroyer, and 2 transports. In P-22, I've got a destroyer, a transport, and infantry off Okinawa. I've got an infantry in Iwo Jima. I've got 6 infantry, 1 tank, 1 fighter. And hold on 1 second. I'm going to move these infantry up to Kurile Islands, which are owned by Japan. So in Japan itself, I've got 7 infantry, 1 tank, 3 AA, 1 fighter. Off the shores, I've got 2 transports. Kurile Islands, I've got 2 infantry. In Japan itself, in Shensi, I've got 4 infantry, 1 artillery. In Honan, I've got 4 infantry, 1 artillery. In Shanxi, I've got a mech, 2 infantry, a fighter, and a tactical. Johor, I've got 2 infantry. a second. I'm just making some change. There's 6 here, so there's 6 infantry in Manchuria, 6 infantry, 1 AA, 1 artillery in Manchuria. In Anhui, I've got 3, 4, 5 infantry, 2 artillery. In Hunan, I've got 3, 4, 6 infantry, 1 mech, 1 artillery. I think I mentioned Anhui. In Free Fukien, I've got 4 infantry, 2 artillery. I've got 2 bombers, or 2 transports, and I've got a tactical and a fighter. So I think I've covered everything off. So now we'll do our IPC count. So for IPCs, we have a base of 29, and then we've captured 4 Chinese territories, and then we get a bonus American oil, that's another 10. So 4 and 29 is 33, plus 10 makes 43 for next turn. Thank you very much.